What up, folks? You are now tuned into the Stitch Sham Show. I am one half of the team, Sham Phoenix.
And I am the other, Stitch Early.
And we got a small show for you today.
Yeah,
we got a little light show. We got diet Stitch and Sham.
The fasting session.
Like y'all know, normally we're on set. But we have had a lot of dynamics change in our scheduling.
In the last,
but we don't want to deprive y'all of the Stitch and Sham Show. And there is so much to talk about. First, let's talk about the fact, because I think last week we talked about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris becoming the new president and vice president of the United States. Elect. Which is crazy, right? Because there's some clamoring going on that Donald Trump is not going to leave the office.
Yeah.
He's saying he's going to stay right there until everything is.
That man's like, hey, y'all going to count and then y'all going to count again. Like, I'm not going. But we kind of, I think we had talked about on previous episodes, I think we kind of like expected that. Like, I think if it was to be a thing where he would concede and just go, hey, it was a good run.
That would be Donald Trump.
Then it wouldn't be Donald Trump. Like, that would be the surprising thing. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see, like, I know it sounds bad, and I don't like seeing people like do bad or fail. Like I'm the type of person that if I'm watching a movie and I know the person's getting ready to do bad, I'll be like, I don't want to watch it no more.
Let me fast forward.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the bad happen to people.
That's funny.
But I do kind of want to see him get drug out of the White House. Yeah. Just a little bit.
See him get Jazzy Jeffed out that joint?
I want to, bruh.
Yo, that joint would be crazy.
To be like, yo, they put this man out, like on the street, like they evicted him.
Yo, that would be wild. Like
that'd be crazy.
Wow, definitely so.
Yeah, but that'd be super crazy.
We must see, because I mean, he still has, like, officially, it wouldn't be until I think January 20th.
Yeah.
Would be the
time frame that has to be like to actually like get out.
That's move. Yeah, when I think the inauguration, that's what it is.
Yes,
would be on January 20th. So he has until then, depending on lawsuits and all of the extras that he's going to do.
Yeah, but in the meantime, the thing that I've been kind of processing all week is like Kanye actually got votes.
Yeah, there was people that actually voted for Kanye. Yeah.
Like that was a real thing.
Yeah, there was people, because I think you did have people that were like, all right, I'm not gonna vote for this one, and I'm not gonna vote for this one. And it's kind of one of them things to where, you know, like if something is gonna lose anyway.
Yeah.
Like if we say, hey, do you want cheese, pepperoni, or sausage? And there's 5 people. Yeah. And 3 people have already voted for pepperoni. So we obviously gonna eat pepperoni. It's like, well, I'm not voting for pepperoni. Let me get sausage. Like, it's like, just to go against it.
Because I'm not eating the cheese. For sure not eating that cheese.
Not eating the cheese. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I seen that, that bugged me out a little bit, because I was like, word? Like he really got votes? That's crazy. So that was like,
that is wild.
And like, dude, because I was thinking to myself, like for a minute, like I paused in my mind. It was like, yo, what about if we had a voted Kanye West as the president of the United States?
I love Kanye, the artist.
Like on accident. Like what we did on accident.
I don't know if I want Kanye the president.
Bro. Everybody got to wear mauve all everywhere.
Just like this all
it got dressed like that the whole time.
All year round. Like my whole wall got to be that color.
Yeah. It's so crazy. Yeah. That like super blew me away, because I was like, and then it's funny because I thought that, and then initially like the next thought after that was, I really wasn't feeling this last couple of hours.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with politics.
Nothing.
But I was thinking.
But if you was feeling them joints, you might have been.
I might have gave him a vote.
You might have gave him a vote a little bit more.
I might have gave him a vote. But his albums was some trash.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm good.
So it's just go work on the music.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy the way our world is working, right? So like, for instance, everything that has to do with COVID has affected our politics. It's affected our sports, right?
Yeah.
Like
sure.
the Lakers win the championship. They're in a bubble because of COVID. Everything has been pushed back. The season is now being pushed back. A lot of trades and things are happening now. A lot of trade talk and stuff is happening really fast because they're starting
very fast,
like super fast. Because
it's like overnight type stuff. Like
yes, and I think they're looking at December 22nd at starting the season. And so there's already some deals on the table. The Lakers have already made some trades. They've just acquired Dennis Schroeder. Who I think is a great addition. I think he's a little bit more physical. He's not Rondo, but he has some Rondo-esque type qualities about him.
And I think it gives them another person that can get a shot for themselves.
Yes.
Yes. I think it gives them that person. Whereas, like, even with them trading Danny Green, like Danny Green needs the assistance majority of the time to get his own shot, things like that.
Yeah, Danny's become a spot up shooter.
I think that's a good move for them. Like, I think that's a real good move for them. And then of course the big one that everyone is talking about, which I hope it doesn't happen because it's gonna be bad, but it's James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets.
Is going to be a boo-boo show.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. It's the thing to where it's like, for James Harden and Kyrie Irving to share a ball, I just don't know how that's gonna happen.
First of all, I'll tell you what that is. That's 3,000 dribbles a game.
Yeah.
That is 3,000
They basically gonna be playing like 2 quarters. Because it's gonna be
Kevin Durant is gonna have to be a spot up shooter.
Yeah, like Kevin Durant would have to. I think that would then affect Kevin Durant. I think when he played with the Warriors, it was a little bit different because the ball moved.
Yeah, and all those guys moved off the ball. Clay,
they moved off
the
ball.
Didn't have to have the ball.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So with Kyrie, it's like Kyrie has to have that ball in his hand. James Harden definitely has to have the ball in his hand. So I definitely think it's one of those things to where, I don't know. Somebody was like, "Yo, the Brooklyn Nets should trade Kyrie and Kevin Durant to the Houston for James Harden."
Yo,
like, yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Yo,
like
now this is why I think people have, because everyone keeps going, why would the Nets do this? Okay, so this is why the Nets would do this, because people are not putting the pieces together. Mm-hmm. The system that they're getting ready to run in Brooklyn is the D'Antoni system.
Yep.
D'Antoni is the assistant coach. Steve Nash is the head coach. But they are going to run the D'Antoni system. Yeah. And it has been a proven fact that as far as the regular season goes for a player like James Harden, the D'Antoni system works.
It works
for him in the regular season. He's going to score a rack of buckets. He's going to get a lot of rebounds, a lot of assists. He's going to look viable,
exactly,
in that system. Mm-hmm. It's not a system that KD is run. It's not a system that Kyrie is run. So to get James Harden, the most elite at running that system, and having I would say the second most elite at running that system. The first person was Steve Nash, but he's the head coach.
Yeah, first person was Steve Nash.
You know,
so it's like I think the one thing about Steve Nash is Steve Nash can teach Kyrie how to run that system, but Kyrie has to be open.
Yeah, Kyrie's gonna run his system.
To running that system.
Wherever Kyrie goes, Kyrie runs his system.
Or is Kyrie gonna run Kyrie? Yeah.
Like when he was at the Celtics, he wasn't running Brad Stevens' system. He was running Kyrie's system.
Yeah. Like Kyrie's gonna do what he does no matter what. And I think that's why a lot of times when he would come back, like with Boston, the chemistry.
Oh yeah, it was super awesome.
The chemistry was all messed up because it was just like, nah, we used to moving it and other people being involved. Like I think there was a clip that they were showing. I think it was like Brendan Haywood. No, not Brendan Haywood.
Okay, all right.
I was like, dang, I took it back. What's his name? White boy.
Why'd you do that to me? Gordon Hayward.
Yeah. Like, yeah. It was like he pulled a shot at the end of the game and like Kyrie like spazzed on him. It was at halftime. And Kyrie was like, what are you doing? Like, give me the ball. Like,
I'm telling you, this thing is. Everyone's going. The Nets are going to be the team, and I keep telling them, I was like, that D'Antoni system only works in the regular season.
It works and it works great in the regular season. Like
it doesn't work in the playoffs.
We saw it with the Suns. We saw it with Houston. We saw Houston looks great during the regular season, and then once they had to play somebody 7 times, then it was like oh, hold up, this is a little different. And I think they hurt themselves. I actually feel that it may work better in the Nets system with the Nets group of players that they have.
Yeah.
Than it did with Houston, because Houston traded away a lot of their assets as far as like their big men and things like that and went super small. Whereas when you have KD now, you know what I mean, who is going to play your second position, you have, you know, basically KD becomes PJ Tucker. Not in skill level, but in the sense
but it just as position.
Yeah, you had James Harden and PJ Tucker were kind of like the focal points, or Eric Gordon.
Yeah, Eric Gordon.
So now you have Kyrie and KD. So now you kind of have those two. Those are your two focals, and then you have everybody else that's around them running that system, which they don't have a small team.
Yeah, they have a lot of big guards.
Is a bigger, longer team.
Yeah, they have a lot of bigger guards. Their wings are pretty big too. And on the low for low, they still got DeAndre Jordan.
They still got DeAndre, yeah.
And they got what is his name? It's Jared Allen. Jared Allen.
Yeah.
And those are two really athletic big guys that inside of
their running
system could really be it could be a problem.
It could be a problem, and I think it's all. But I honestly feel it all comes down to Kyrie. Like,
if I was the Nets, I would trade Kyrie for James Harden
to get a bet. James Harden and KD together, that might be crazy.
Because this is the thing, James Harden is a better point guard than Kyrie Irving.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
When he plays the point guard,
you're not talking about in the sense of skill set, in the sense of like what Kyrie does with the ball.
It's a second to none. He's
second to none.
But he's a chemistry killer.
And that's the thing, man. Because like I feel that about James Harden. And I
think so too.
And I think only to the extent of like there were times when like Russell Westbrook would have the ball and you never saw, like, even Russ, for as many deficiencies as we feel Russell Westbrook has, Russell Westbrook, when he doesn't have the ball, he's moving. He's cutting.
Yeah.
To the basket, he's moving. When he does have the ball, he's moving. He's dribbling. He's doing. When James Harden don't got that ball in his hand, he's just like.
Yeah, he's standing still.
He's just standing. And so I think in that type of system, it needs movement.
Yeah.
And so the one thing that I do think that Kyrie may bring is the movement factor. But as far as the getting down court and quick up shot or whatever it is, I think Harden is a little better at that than Kyrie.
Yeah. And that's the basis of the 7-second system. Because that's what D'Antoni runs. He runs a 7-second system. So they're trying to make as much impact as quickly as possible. Kyrie, the ball sticks. He's not looking for nobody. He's dribbling around in circles. He's spinning.
He's trying to get his bucket.
Yeah, where James Harden is a little bit more deliberate with his dribble.
Yeah,
it's 2-3 dribbles, and I know I'm either in a shot or I'm headed to the basket to make something happen.
You know, he's gonna take 50 dribbles to the 3.
Yeah.
You know what you're not gonna get. You're not gonna get a lot of super passing, stuff like that. But he's either gonna go to the bucket or he's gonna step back, pull up. Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. Like, Kyrie hasn't proven to me that he can hold a team down. So I feel like there's two things that have. If you get James Harden is going to become your focal point.
Yeah.
Just because of what he can do. KD hasn't shown a lot of that yet.
Yeah.
And maybe this is the year he does it. But KD is more of like, I'm trying to think of like the pure scorer I can. He's not Mike, you know what I mean? Like, but he's kind of like in that realm where I'm just pulling up on you. I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time dribbling.
Yeah, like KD doesn't do. You don't necessarily watch a lot of like KD highlights where he's doing a lot to get to his shot.
He's just going to work
because of his height. He can just hit you with the straight walk down, pull up the 3.
Yeah,
catch that joint and blow by you and go to the basket. Like,
it's just
there's a lot that he can do.
So the ball's going to stick.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing that I think we have to think about with this Harden, Irvin, Durant thing, is that the ball's going to stick, and who's going to suffer the most for that. And I think because of Kevin Durant's personality, it will be Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it'll be Kevin Durant. Yeah.
He'll suffer the most.
I agree with that, because like Harden is going to get his regardless. Like,
oh, yeah.
And Kyrie is the one that is either he's going to check out or he is fully. And that's the thing. I'm just like, I think y'all will be better either with one of those two in KD, but not both. I don't think it's both.
If I was Harden, I would go to Philly. I would press for the Philly trade. Houston would get Ben Simmons, whom is not James Harden, as far as shooting, but as far as a bigger guard, kind of fills in that dynamic that James Harden left behind outside of the scoring load type of thing, right? James Harden will be better suited somewhere in like Philly, where you got another big guy, but you can get all the buckets you want
because there's nobody else. Like
because there's nobody else there.
Yeah, he doesn't need anybody else who's gonna like have the ball to where almost in the sense of like with Westbrook, if they get rid of James Harden, I think Westbrook should just stay in Houston, because now it can almost become his team. And then, like you said, even with the Ben Simmons, if a Ben Simmons goes there, Ben Simmons isn't going to take any shots away from Russ.
No.
Because Ben Simmons don't shoot. So, but Ben Simmons is going to, I think, can open up the floor in the sense of what he's able to do with his ball handling, his passing, his playmaking ability. So I think that'll be a good one. I think another one that I think was a great trade was Drew Holiday.
Oh man.
To the Bucks. I think that was a great trade.
Ooh, and I think that's going to be so underrated, that trade once the season starts, because Drew Holiday is it's the same thing that happened to Anthony Davis, right? Anthony Davis got stuck in that small market team. Anthony Davis wasn't a big enough figure to pull the eyeballs like Giannis has in Milwaukee. And kind of like Zion has done. Zion took his following, his internet following with him.
Exactly.
AD didn't have that. So for a lot of years, you didn't even know that AD was down there. He's averaging 26, 27 points per game. Nobody sees it. Drew Holiday is like right behind him at like 20, 21. This kid can ball. Like,
and he plays
flat out.
And he plays defense. He plays defense. So when you add the defensive side that they're gonna have, and I think I know one of the Lopez brothers opted out, so I don't know if he's gonna be there, but I think the better one is staying. Yeah,
but they got Bojanovic.
Yeah,
and he's a pretty good wing player too, man. Really knockdown shooter. I think what Drew Holiday is going to give that they didn't have is somebody to create a shot for themselves,
and not just stand around and watch.
And Giannis. Because that's what happened.
Because in their start and that's in their starting five. Like I think like when Bledsoe and them would come in on the second unit, they had to, because of course Giannis is out the game. But now I think it spreads their floor a little bit more because Drew Holiday can shoot, drive, and he can pass. So now you have Middleton who could do a little bit less. It allows Giannis to still grow and like perfect his jump shot and things like that. But the team doesn't necessarily have to stand around and go like, yo, if Giannis ain't scoring and Middleton ain't hitting, then we're not really doing nothing. Now
and that's why I said those systems with just ball dominant players, like Houston or who's another ball dominant.
Yeah, Houston was definitely one of them. I think if Kyrie was there, the Nets would be one of those.
Yeah, the 76ers were kind of ball dominant, like it's Embiid and like or nothing kind of like situation.
I think Clippers, the Blazers were that to a certain extent.
Yes, they were. You are absolutely right. And it all kind of depended upon how well CJ McCollum played.
Exactly, the matchups, all like they're dependent on other stuff. Yeah.
So all those teams that were like really ball dominant had really tough times and this is why I know people will be like, Mark, you're just biased. We've seen your Facebook photo. We know you love LeBron James.
Hey,
but this is why I say Because LeBron James gives you the illusion of ball dominance,
and then
but
you look
gives
and be
you
like,
all the benefits of the team game.
Oh, he actually passed the ball a bunch of times. Like,
but when he has the ball, you got to focus. You have to. Like, okay. And this is the thing that I say hurts James Harden, hurts Kyrie. Is the thing that I think Kevin Durant learned in Golden State.
Yeah.
Was if I give you the illusion of ball dominance and you just focus in on me, then you don't really understand what I'm doing.
Nah, I see.
And that's the same thing with LeBron. Like, if you start focusing in on LeBron, you start learning, like, I don't know if that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
It's almost one of those things to where, and depending on what team he has, it's like, all right, we're going to let these other guys kill us. But if you do that, LeBron has the ability to, all right, cool, focus on me, but I'm going to make sure I get the ball to them in the best possible position for them to score. And so I'm still going to have my imprint on the game regardless. You know what I mean?
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So I definitely, to where I think the one play that showed that a lot was when AD hit the game winner.
Yeah.
Like, LeBron is just standing there, but AD's man is so worried about LeBron because he's like,
just let him go.
He was just like, I'll rather guard LeBron because I don't know what LeBron about to do.
Switch. I need to make this switch.
I need to make the switch.
LeBron gets the ball,
it might be over. And then AD gets it because all the focus was on LeBron. So it's like, yeah, I agree with that. So I'm definitely excited to see just like all of the teams and where everything ends up. And then, matter of fact, yeah, the draft is tonight.
Oh, so the draft is tonight.
The draft is tonight.
Okay. So they're saying that Lonzo will go number 1 to Minnesota. And then it'll be Anthony Edwards and then Wiseman.
Yeah. Or the reverse of that.
Yes.
They're also saying it could be Edwards first.
Oh, and then
Wiseman and then Lonzo.
Oh,
and then LaMelo.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're saying, I guess
there might be some trades.
The Timberwolves are trying to figure out, I guess, which type of player they want.
I think they need somebody to pair with Russell.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that would be a more viable way to go, because if you get Wiseman, then you're
pretty much getting Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, that's basically what you get.
Yeah, I don't hate him. I don't think it should be at all.
You need 2 Karl Anthony Towns.
You don't need 2 Karls.
No,
you don't need 2 of them Jones. You know, nah.
So yeah, I personally think that Edwards is going to be the star out of this draft.
I do too, because I remember. I don't know if you remember. I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
I remember hitting you and being like, "Yo, this is kid." I was watching. I think I was at the barber shop, and I was like, "Yo, he was busy," and I was like, I just know they was down by a lot, and he was just like, "Give me the ball."
I got it.
And then he just went on a spree, and I think they still may have lost. But watching that game, I was like, "Yo, who is that kid?"
Yeah, he gives me D Wade, Damian Lillard if they had a baby.
Yeah, and because he's, I think, 6'4".
Yeah, about 6'4". They say he's 6'5", but they don't really know.
Yeah, so they said like in between that 6'4", 6'5" range. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, he's nice. Like I like him.
And I'm never really sold on the Ball brothers. I wasn't sold on Lonzo.
Yeah.
And I'm not sold on LaMelo.
Melo to me, I honestly feel will be a better player than Lonzo.
Oh yeah, that's the definite.
I just think it's sometimes, you know how sometimes it's a person's work ethic sometimes where it's like, man, the intangibles are there, but like, are they working at it to then take it to the next level?
Like we say with Shaq.
Yeah,
we say with Shaq all the time. We like Shaq was so dominant and he didn't even really try.
Yeah, he was just like, man, I'm about to go shoot this movie. I'm coming back next year. We're gonna win this chip again. Because can't nobody stop me. Like, there.
And I'll be bigger than I was last year.
Exactly, because I'm about to throw down. No workouts. Oh, Kobe, you still in the gym? Nah, I'm about to go eat.
I'm getting ready to go to the crib, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, so now I'm definitely looking forward to seeing like what's gonna happen this season. Probably even more than like the last season. I'm just looking forward to what's gonna happen. Yeah. And I know something else that we talked about that I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I don't know if you watched it yet, was the new Kevin Hart special.
I seen 2 clips.
Okay. So I haven't seen anything.
One clip I was impressed with.
Okay.
Second clip I was like, I could do without.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually watch that so that when we come back this weekend, we can like dive into it to kind of see. Because I know what brought it up was like we were talking about Dave Chappelle, like some of our favorites like Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, you know what I mean, and just their stand-up and their ability
evolving with them.
Yeah, their ability to like have a conversation with you and insert laughter within the conversation, and not so much like lead up, punchline, lead up, punchline. It's not, you're not waiting for a joke. It's just like, yo, this person is just naturally funny.
Kev is doing that. Kev is doing that, and he's not having a conversation. It's lead up, punch from the 2 clips that I've seen.
Yeah.
Now again, I haven't seen the whole thing, so I could be like, you know what I'm saying? It could be like one of those things like smoke and mirrors. I put up the clips that you think are me regularly to get you to come watch the rest of it, and then I give you something different. But the only thing that I can say about the one clip I saw was this joke that he had about him and his wife and sex, and it just felt like the Bernie Mac Kings of Comedy joke.
Oh, okay. So it felt like something else, and so you wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah. So like I heard it, and I was like, is he still in Bernie's joke?
Okay.
Because he's telling it the same way, and that turned me.
So it kind of turned you.
It's the same way I felt like when I found out that Drake wasn't really writing his rhymes.
Oh,
and
okay,
it was like,
what you're saying. To where it's like it's still good, but
it's a demerit.
It take a little bit away from it.
Yeah, it's only a demerit because you put it off as if you were like really doing it.
Got you. I feel you.
So that was the only thing. Other than that, I think it may be okay. It may be good.
Okay.
Because it's the show is based around social distancing to some degree.
Yeah.
So it's a very intimate crowd.
Okay. So
it's not the stadium stuff that he's been doing, right?
Yeah,
it's something different. So I think it'll be okay. But I think, like I said, I've kind of lost interest in Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart to me is and again, this is just his market. This is his lane. And for him to do anything else outside of that would be a little bit like, because he has been able to tackle, like he had a couple specials on Netflix where he tackled like race and culture and stuff like that. But he did it in the Kevin Hart
type of way,
to where TV dad type of way.
Yeah, it's almost minus the allegations.
Yeah,
it's almost very Bill Cosby like.
Yes,
in that sense of the wholesome.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like that type.
Like he has a little ratchet, but it's not over the edge.
Yeah, because even his ratchet is like clean. Like
it's a Hollywood. It's a very Hollywood-esque type of vibe.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a rock star. I'm bigger than. I'm bigger than life. I shoot movies. Movies do well. TV does. Like it's really that type of thing.
So now I gotta. All right. So that's gonna be one of the things I watch. Yeah. So that we can, because I want us to like talk. I want us to like watch it.
Yeah. Like go into it
and really talk about it. Because I know the SNL joint. I know we both seen like the SNL joint with Chappelle, which was
it was fun.
Yeah,
because this is my thing about Dave. I don't look to Dave to be funny.
It's almost like I always say Dave is very conversational.
Yeah,
so you're just listening like, man, I agree with that. Oh yeah, son, that's exactly what I was. Son, yo, and then you end up.
It's funny because you thought it.
Yeah,
you thought what he's about to say. You thought it in your head and been like,
when he said, and I'm the Allstate.
That jam was.
Hey, I was like,
you really look at Pete Davidson.
Yeah, that joint was too funny.
Yeah, that Uncle Ben, Angie Mama skit.
Yeah,
everyone kept saying this is Dave Chappelle wrote this skit,
because
Dave Chappelle's team
straight from Chappelle. Skit. That's straight from the Chappelle show.
Oh man.
Like straight from the Chappelle show. Like that's literally straight from the Chappelle show.
And it's too funny. Maya ripped it. Keegan ripped it. Pete Davidson ripped it.
So where they were in character. Like my favorite moments on like Martin and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because they used to do it on there too, is when the comedic genius was so funny in the room.
Yeah. That they get out of character.
Took them out of character.
Like Martin with the dog.
That's exactly what I was about to say. The Martin episode with the dog, they were trying so hard to like hold their laughter, and when he had the dog, Hey, that joint was so funny that they were trying so hard to hold the laughter in because they're like, and you know that they've done the scene a bunch of times in rehearsal.
He was doing something. He had to be doing something.
He had to be doing something that he did not do.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think things like that. But so I definitely want to tap into that. So we can talk about that on the next episode. I'm trying to think what else we're gonna hit them with. We're gonna give y'all a little preview.
Yeah, we're gonna give y'all a little prelude
of what we're gonna talk about on the next joint. So definitely the Kevin Hart joint, whatever trades go through, because the draft is tonight.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch that. I'm gonna definitely be like on that. Because I feel like it's gonna be, I feel like a lot of trades are gonna happen draft night.
Exactly. Like they're gonna and then
and they're only doing 72 games this season. Only doing 72. So that'll help the older players, and I think people will acquire some more veterans because of that shortened season.
I feel you.
So I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about next episode. As you guys know, me and Stitch, we work on music. We're currently working on a project. As soon as we're kind of in the stages of being able to reveal that, we'll reveal that to you. Again, please go to our Patreon, patreon.com/UHRISE, UHRISE. If you can subscribe, man, we would love to have you to be a part of the university. We're working on some different promos and things for the university. We got a couple projects too. Yes. We got merch coming. I'm really excited about that. Super excited about that. We got some projects that we can give to y'all guys that we've just been holding just for the university. If you want to check out the music, you can go to arisemusic.com. There you'll see stuff for me. You'll see stuff there for Stitch, and you'll also see the Black Gold album or the Black Gold EP that me and Stitch put together.
Make sure y'all go below.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Yes.
To our YouTube channel.
And click it.
Click it.
With your finger.
If this is on Facebook, then just like our page.
Yes. Also, go to Icon Nation. As you can see, we iconed out today.
You know what I mean?
Well, we're always wearing icon.
That is true. And we may have an UHRISE code for y'all in about a week for y'all to get some discounts.
You know what I'm saying? Them Black Friday discounts.
Black Friday right along the way, even though we Black
Friday. So go to all the social media, look up Icon Nation, look up the UHRISE Collective, check us out. We got a lot of stuff going on. Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up at on Gmail at UHRISEonline@gmail.com if you have any questions or things you want to talk about. Again, we thank y'all guys for y'all support. Without you guys, it would be no us. And again, we will see y'all guys next week. Pay attention so that way y'all guys can keep up, because we gave y'all the prelude, so y'all should be able to keep up with us next week. So we thank y'all guys for tuning in. I've been Sham Phoenix.
I'm Stitch Early.
And this is the Stitch Sham Show. Peace.